Welcome everybody to another episode of the Midnight Sesh. My name is Moises.
I'm Sladro.
And guys, today, actually, before we even begin anything else, first thing we gotta start off with, Happy New Year, guys. This is actually the first episode of 2021.
2021.
The first episode.
We're back.
What was that?
They didn't think we would be back, but we're back.
And we saw y'all next year. Y'all gonna listen to us next year, and we're just hoping that this year, brings on the fruits of our labor. Which we have only been on, what is this, episode 9 now?
Yep.
So we still gardening, we still planting the seeds, but just know that by the end of this year, we should have some ripe fruits.
Hopefully, we'll be at
some
like
roses.
like episode 50, 100. I don't know.
Well, there's 52 weeks, and if we do 2 episodes a week, that's almost 100 episodes.
Yeah.
By the end of this year, we should be at episode 100, give or take.
Don't count on us, but we'll try to get to 100.
Nah, we gonna get to 100. But anyways, continue the sesh.
Yep.
So, as you guys know, we have started bringing on guests on the show. And today, the very first episode of 2021, guess what, guys? We got another guest.
Nice.
This man right here goes by the name of Chavalo, a.k.a. Simperman, a.k.a. Simpanzee, the man, the myth, the legend, Christian.
Hey.
What's up?
How you doing, bro? Come on, man.
I'm good.
No enthusiasm. Where's the enthusiasm?
Hype yourself up, bro. Come on.
This is Ebro in the morning.
This man got a big dick. I haven't seen it.
What's up, everybody?
What you guys say, bro? What you guys say? Welcome to the show, by the way.
Yeah, welcome to the sesh.
How y'all been?
We've been
We're chilling, bro.
it, bro.
You, bro, you're our guest today, bro. We want to know how you been.
True.
It's like, no, if flip sides, bro. I'm gonna interview y'all.
Oh, he's us.
He's gonna interview us. All right.
Ask me a question.
That's cool, bro. We got it.
New Year's.
It was good. I just kicked it with my family, got drunk. I got an accomplishment on New Year's Eve, okay? Listen to this, guys. It's been years. I'm telling you, maybe 2-3 years that I've been trying to get my uncle. I have 2 uncles. I already smoked with one of them. Now I'm trying to get smoked with the oldest one. And I've been trying for years, bro. When finally, on New Year's Eve, he said, you know what? I'll smoke with you. And I said, yes, bro.
Man.
Yes.
I bet you looked up to
Damn.
him.
Yeah, bro. No, he looked up to me like that. Okay, backstory. When around the time I turned 21 or so, he always was telling me, yo, like, let's get drunk. I want to get stupid drunk with you.
Yeah.
So finally I said, okay, Theo, let's get it done. And we did it, bro. I got stupid drunk. This man Pedro picked me up.
Yep.
It was a good night.
Nice.
But because of that, since that day, I've always been like, Theo, you gotta smoke with me, man. You gotta smoke with me. And he's always been like, nah, this and that, nah. But
So that was the first time ever.
no, we haven't even smoked yet.
Oh,
but
okay.
he already agreed to. So
Yeah.
the first step was for him to say yes. Because he's been saying no all this time.
Okay.
So the fact that he's finally said, you know what? All right then, since you got drunk with me because I wanted you to,
Yeah.
I'll smoke with you. So
That's cool.
it's gonna happen, y'all.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
That's good.
That was my New Year's. That's it. I woke
That's
up the
pretty
next
lit,
day,
though.
and then reencalentada, my tias all over again.
Nice.
I could never, man. I mean, it would be nice to see what aunts and uncles like I could get high with, but they're all like just older, with kids and families. So
I feel
it's kind of awkward. But
I
I
mean,
don't know.
that's my family too, but because I feel like since I'm the oldest nephew, I'm the first boy, so I think everyone kind of sees me differently, especially now that I'm an adult, and I've been talking to them about it so often that I think they kind of slowly started being more open-minded about things.
Okay.
Nice.
Is he like the first relative that you tried to like get to smoke to, or
No, so I already had smoked with my other uncle.
Okay.
But out of everybody else, that's the only 2 people that just him I've smoked with.
Okay.
I've been trying to get my uncle, and then my my other uncle who's married to my tia, now that they're married or whatever. So, but he's cool, he's cool too.
Nice.
And he'd probably be down, but I just need to get him in a just, I don't know. Just some random day where it's
Right.
like, right now is the time.
Yeah.
I got, it's the perfect time for me to just Just ask him, he's gonna say yeah.
That's dope.
It's like the last surprise of 2020. Like,
Gee, yeah.
That's dope.
That's dope.
This has a dope ass chill way to end the new year, you know, and start the new year.
Mm-hmm. But anyways, how was your guys' New Year's?
Mine, it was pretty chill. Me and my girl just kind of hanged out. I had to work that day. It was dead as fuck. Literally had maybe about 3 people come into the store. But I mean, that was it. Nothing
Easy.
bad. And then me and my girl just came back to my place, ate some food that my parents had cooked. I think they cooked like a turkey. And then we watched that light show from the, what's it called? The Space Needle?
Mm-hmm.
Which was, it was okay, but, definitely not the coolest thing. Because I was just saying, like, who's to stop somebody from recording that 2 days before New Year's and just editing it all and then playing it on TV, Like, that's literally what could have happened. But supposedly that was live, that was actually the Space Needle that day.
Yeah.
And that's what they're saying, but
really?
yeah.
Like, that was the actual Space Needle doing all that designs and stuff?
No,
It was just
everything was just like CGI type
Yeah.
of shit,
Oh, okay.
like on TV. They were making all that shit happen.
Right.
Yeah,
I was looking at my brother. I was like, "How the are they doing that shit?"
yeah,
Magic.
no. Because they even said like if you went to the Space Needle, you were not gonna see shit,
Yeah.
and that's what they were trying to do, stop people from going out and gathering up. So they're like
Yeah.
everything is gonna be on TV this year, so don't even think about going to the Space Needle. Like you can go, they're not gonna stop you, but you're not gonna see shit.
Yeah, yeah.
It's pretty much what happened.
Yeah, they even do they canceled the fireworks, didn't they?
Yeah.
That's why they didn't want people.
Yeah, they didn't want anybody just because of the Rona, But
Right.
it was it was a chill way to end the year. I wasn't expecting much. I was working. I was just tired. I was just trying to come home and do something light, nothing big. I had to go to work the next day too, so I was like, I'm not trying to wake up hungover or anything like that either.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Seems chill, man.
Yeah.
Eating good.
What about you?
What about you?
Nothing really. You already know. Like I went to work, and decided to pick up some extra time,
Mm-hmm.
and then came home and we waited until midnight, and then we went to my neighbor's house, and which where they had like a little gathering of some sort,
Nice.
and yeah, like it was just. I mean, they were already drunk as fuck, so like we went there. My brother made he made some type of like cheese board, and it's like just nothing like so fancy. It's just like a bunch of crackers and cheese. That's basically it. And then they just like murdered that board.
Well, when you're
so
drunk, that's what
exciting.
happens.
No, yeah,
Some
but,
adult Lunchables.
Yeah.
the ham slices and stuff.
Yeah, nice.
Nah, I mean, my neighbor's house. They actually can. They actually have a whole site of Bonnie Lake, so you can see
Ooh.
all the fireworks that are popping from all the other
Yeah.
houses like down below.
Yeah.
So it was nice seeing that like people were just popping off early. It's like, dang, I thought there was like 20 seconds left.
That makes me think of like, cause even at like Puyallup or like Graham, cause I was there for my cousins, and he lives in that area, and like during 4th of July, all you would see in the sky like everywhere, hella fireworks.
Mm-hmm.
So you could see hella shit, cause there's like there's a lot of people living down there, but there's still like so much scattered around and so much land still that you can still just see a whole bunch of fireworks, pretty much like in every direction.
Yeah.
Like those areas down there are usually all like that, huh?
Pierce County's love,
Yeah.
except for all the rednecks.
Yeah.
Which, if you're listening, you're a redneck. Welcome to the Sesh. No respect,
Love you.
but
Stay tuned.
America.
That's dope. So it was like a pretty chill, different vibes for everybody. But it's a New Year's, though, 2020 Rona year. So I mean, at the end, anything that you did, even if you didn't do anything, I think it's still something, because the last year was shitty. So
Yes.
I mean, end it however you wanted to end it, like, right?
I mean, it went by
Quick.
quick, but day by day it felt like just forever. I don't know. It was kind of like a weird mix of.
There was definitely a while for me because I was just working from home for like 6 months, so that time definitely felt like the slowest to me. And it wasn't until I stopped working from home where I started have to go to work, like actually have to go in person, and that's when time actually was going faster because I was not spending my time in bed all the time.
Right.
Because I would dead ass be working on my bed, just like on my computer that they sent me, just doing my fucking projects that they had me doing, and like that shit was boring. I could finish it in like 2 hours and then be done for the whole fucking day and just wait for like my manager to fucking email me or call me randomly and be like, "What's up?" And that's like, other than that, like it went by. The ending went by fast for me, at least.
Oof.
Yeah.
I feel that. Anyways, guys, before we actually continue, just so you guys know what we smoking on,
Ooh.
I'm rolling up some cookies that's mixed a little bit with, that's not the right potential primates from Funky Monkey. So there's a mixture of that with some cookies in here.
That's dope.
I know Chavalo brought a little jointino.
Nice.
What's that?
It's called Sherby Mints.
Ooh,
I got it from,
Sherby Mints.
Wait,
Yeah.
that's the one that Wilson was talking about last time, wasn't he?
Was he?
I
I feel
swear.
like yes.
Now that I think about it, probably.
Yeah.
At fucking
I was
Sicko,
listening
if you're
to it.
listening, tell us in the comments below. Is that what we were, or you was talking about last time?
Is
I
that what
think
we
he
smoked
picked up
on?
like an eighth like 5 times or
Yeah.
something. I think
Sherby Mints?
I think so. I think so. But it was the
Yeah.
actual flower.
Yeah, I mean, it's just. I like pre-rolls. They're just ready.
Okay,
Yeah.
boy. If you want, you can smack that up. Well, I will.
Yeah, that's
Go ahead,
dope.
bro.
I thought Moist shit was like some fortune cookie shit because it just says cookies and it has like a fortune cookie. So I was like, is this a fortune cookie type of like tasting to the to the cushion shit? But
So after you smoke this blunt, you're gonna get a horoscope,
uh-huh.
and that's gonna be your 2021 year.
Ooh.
Ooh.
It's gonna pop out from like when I smoke, like after I smoke, or like how? What do you mean? How it's gonna come out?
I think
that
that
smoke.
you're gonna like blow out the smoke,
Right.
and then you're gonna see a picture or something.
Yeah. All right.
No, I don't like that. You just like wave it up.
That's 2020.
Let me hit it one
No,
more time.
but I mean, all right. I had a question.
What's
up?
I have a question because I've always wondered why do they? Is it really all different? Like, do you think there's people out there that just like be like they like? Yeah, Sherby Mints. like, who names these?
Yeah,
You know,
like how do
I
they
just don't
pick a
understand.
name for that
They
shit?
have a vote or Discord or something.
I've wondered the same shit, but like, I mean, who's really to stop you from naming or saying that this is it? But I mean, like, I think the only reason they name it like that is because of the way that the people that actually grow them, like, there's some science behind growing this shit, and they know what the fuck they're doing. So you know, they're putting different plants together and putting like different shit. I don't know what the hell's going on, but whatever they're doing behind the scenes of when they're growing is how they're getting to make that. And if you really were involved with like marijuana like that, you would know what the differences in like the weeds are, because I'm pretty sure you would see one leaf and see another leaf and be like, this did not come from the same one, you know?
Most def, especially since like the leaves for indica and sativa, they look so different from each other, you know. So that alone, you would already could tell. It's like, oh, is that sativa? Is that indica?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. But that is a good question. Maybe one day, if one of you guys who grows and works in the industry comes on the show, they could tell us and answer those questions.
Hey, bring some leaves so we can cut that shit, because I want to cut some, you know? I want to cut my own nug.
Ooh, he said bring some leaves. Yeah, guys.
Is that not what it is?
Well, I mean, I don't know the actual term of it, but I don't think it's leaves.
Well, I don't know about that shit myself, so I'm just going to call it leaves, because that's what I'm going to say it is.
There's some leaves. Get the nug off the leaf.
Nah, but, I mean...
Somebody brings over like those like tropical forest leaves.
Think about it.
Leaves, right?
Or just grab some leaves from outside. Oh, I forgot. I must just grab some of these.
Nah, but think about it. Like, if you're growing your own weed, wouldn't you want to name that shit like something? Like, I don't know.
I think, so, this is what I would do. If I was growing my own weed, if I knew what the seeds were, I would want to make a mixture of a name mixed with whatever seeds I'm working with. If I don't, then I'd probably just name it whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I would be about the same.
You know? Because, like, if I have, let's say I have some seeds that are, like, Pineapple Express.
Mm-hmm.
Then I at least have an idea, okay, this plant is going to be Pineapple Express.
Yep.
And if I have another one that's named, like, Cookies, and then, once they grow and I put them together and then they start doing what they got to do to make another plant or whatever, like, then I would probably name those two, like, Pineapple Cookies or something.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that'd be fire. Or Cookies Express.
Ooh, that'd be dope.
Somebody give me
Now that
money
I'm-
so I can do this.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I think it kind of goes the same way with like breeding dogs, right? It's like
well, I mean, yes, but I think with dogs it's just straightforward. Of like, if you have a husky and you have a bulldog, it'd be a husky bulldog.
Yeah.
It wouldn't just you wouldn't be like
Yeah.
mixing the names or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like that scene from Pineapple Express when he's like telling the hybrid of it. That OG Kush I had, and they fucked. Be like, remember that pizza Kush I had, and then that pineapple Kush I had?
Yeah.
And somehow when they fucked, pineapple on pizza.
Oh my god. That's dope.
That's hella funny.
But
What-
yeah.
What other questions you got, bro? We're here to answer whatever interviewish or whatever's in your mind, bro. Or just whatever. We can ask you some questions too.
Yeah,
Shit.
ask him some questions. He the guest.
Hey, go for it.
I don't know, bro. Last time you were here, like, I met you like maybe 2 weeks ago or some shit like that, and you like to talk about some like deep things.
Yeah.
Which was definitely interesting to talk about. So I mean, like, I'm always down to talk about anything deep like that. Like, I'm always down to talk about life. Like, life is the craziest thing to talk about because everybody has different views on it and everybody is experiencing different things. So for me, it's definitely something that I like hearing about, even if our views are not the same, even if we might not agree on the same things or, stuff like that. I still like hearing about it just because I'm just like, what's making this person think like that? Why is it that they believe this? Like, why? Like, that's how I usually see it.
Yeah, like their insights and opinions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, did we ever even go with what's y'all's year's goals or
This year?
yeah? Because I know with mine, it's like I'm definitely gonna try to like stop eating, and I probably am lying
He
to
gonna
myself.
starve
But
himself.
hell yeah,
2021
But,
starving.
Oh, that's
No,
like a
definitely,
New
like,
Year's
avoid-
resolution or
yeah,
what?
yeah.
I don't believe in
Like
New
for me,
Year's
it's
resolutions.
avoiding like fast food absolutely. 'Cause
Okay.
that for me is like a
Mhm.
huge demon that I deal with, and it's
Mhm.
like I can't stop. But I mean, I'm kind of taking it. Like I haven't. The last time I went to a fast food restaurant was probably like maybe
Yesterday.
working 3 weeks. Nah, maybe
I
like
spilled the beans.
like maybe I'm going on 2 weeks now. But
Good.
even then, it'll probably be like something small from like Wendy's or something.
Yeah.
Like where they have that 4 for $4.
Yep.
And to me, I really don't feel guilty because that like food
Hey.
doesn't.
And that kind of
That
stuff
shit's
eats
like-
your pocket, bro. Like, if you don't pay
Yeah.
attention or
Yeah.
you, like, start looking at it, you're just like, how the hell did I spend, like, $40 in, like, 2 days or some shit like that? And that's, like, from, like, the 2 fucking meals or whatever you went to go eat at
Yeah.
and
Adding
got
it
and
up,
shit
man,
like that.
That stuff is like that wakes you up.
Dead ass, bro.
Yeah.
I
But-
feel you on that shit.
I don't know about you guys, but when I go to fast food restaurants, I try to spend like $5 minimum. Because like everything, even the meals, like you were saying, a meal's
Yeah.
like $10,
Yeah.
$12.
Yep.
Like what? I don't want to pay $10, $12 when I'm gonna get full. Like, cause I don't really care for fries. I'll eat them, but I don't really care for fries. So it's like when I get a meal, I feel like it's not worth it because
You ain't about that McDonald's fries though.
I mean they're cool, but like
yeah, that's true.
Fries?
Fries are like
Yeah.
overrated.
look, when I was a little bit younger, when maybe like high school, fries were like amazing. I could eat them all day. I could finish a large fry.
Yeah.
And then maybe sometime around 2015, 2016, something just happened that clicked. And I was one day just eating all the fries, and then I was just eating them, and I was like, I kind of feel sick, Like, I don't really want to eat these no more.
Fuck.
Yeah.
And so then I stopped, and then ever since then, actually, it was around like 2016. You can kill that. It was like around 2016 because
Yeah.
I think the reason why it happened is because Pedro and I were working at Taco Bell at the time, bro, and I saw the oil. I cleaned the oil. I saw all these things be cooked, all these foods
Mm-hmm.
that I think now whenever I eat foods that are fried,
Mm-hmm.
I know when the oil is dirty.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
when I'm eating and I could taste that
Oh,
dirty
yeah.
oil, bro, it like
Fuck.
it makes it's just my stomach doesn't fit,
I've had
like it
that
doesn't
with,
sit well, so
Yeah.
I get tired and I feel like I want to kind of throw up. So then I'm
Yeah.
just like, nah, I'm not gonna eat this no more. So then I think that's kind of what happened. So now fries are just like, man.
Damn. I feel like I would be sad if that fucking happened to me because I fucking love fries.
Wendy's fries are the worst.
Wendy's fries,
Damn.
Wendy's fries are trash.
I kind of like
Wasabi
them.
fries?
I ain't gonna lie. I
You know
kind of
what-
like Wendy's.
You know these fries are Arby's fries, the curly fries. Oof.
Yeah.
When you get them fresh, bro, and that oil clean. Ooh.
Yeah, honestly.
With some barbecue. Ooh.
Dang.
Because Jack in the
Finger
Box.
licking
I
good.
never been there, bro. Never.
Damn, you should just go, even just for the fries,
Yeah,
bro.
bro. Go to the one right next to our work.
Okay.
We used to go to
Really?
that
Is
one
it
for
like-
lunch.
I mean, I don't know, because in Texas, Arby's is not really. Yeah, it's like. just pass.
I mean, it's the same thing. It's the same thing here. I don't really know too many people that go, but I remember I just went one time with somebody and I grabbed something and I was like, damn, this actually isn't too bad.
Yeah, the sliders are pretty good too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, it just really depends on where you're going in to get, but even just get the fries, bro. It's actually pretty bomb.
Yeah.
I think it's just like you hear so much negativity about something from people saying shit about it. You're just like, yeah, I don't want to go there, and especially because like how some of their sandwiches be looking from like photos that you see and shit.
There's been times where I walked into an Arby's, looked at the menu, was like, no, and walked out like that.
Wow.
Like, I stood there for 5 minutes, like, nah, none of this looks good, and I left.
Yep.
Now all I grab, if I ever do go, it's just sliders and French fries, the curly fries,
That's yeah. I feel it.
because they only have curly fries as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think for me, my New Year resolution, bro, like I have something similar like that. Like I struggle with eating sugar. I eat like a lot of sugar, and I've been trying to stop for so long. 2020, I didn't do as good as I wanted to, but I did eat less. I have noticed that I am eating like less sugar than what I used to. But my goal this year at least is to eat way less than what I'm eating. And I mean, for me, it's just because I'm addicted to sugar. Like, I know that for a fact. I can't, like, it's always, I gotta have a candy. Soda is something that I can definitely not have to get all the time, but I will get it if I really want to. But, like, chocolate, anything with, like, really so much sugar in there is, like, no matter what it is, I'm always gonna go get it. And I always need it. Like, every day, I have noticed that like I'll grab something even if it's tiny that's sweet. I have to eat it because my body is fucking craving it and I can't control myself sometimes. I'm just like, okay, I need to eat it. And then sometimes like I splurge too much. Like there's been times where I just go out and just buy so much fucking sugar and like and then I go back through my day and I'm like, what the fuck did I eat today? And I'm like, ah shit, all I ate was sugar today.
Azúcar.
Dead ass. And I'm just like, this is not good. And I mean, in my family, like diabetes, like, you know, people in my family have diabetes and have died from that. Yeah. So I'm just like, I don't want to have that, you know? So what I need to do is I need to stop eating less sugar. The thing is, like, some people try to do also, like, when you're trying to get rid of something, you just try to get rid of it, like,
cold
fast.
Turkey,
yeah, like, just you're just going to be like, nah, this whole year, I'm not going to get anything at all. And that's, like, you know, if you can do that, go ahead. Mm-hmm. But, like, what I've kind of figured out is, like, you have to try eating less of it first so that you can just keep building yourself to getting to eating less and less of it. That way your body's not craving. Maybe, you know, put other things that are giving it. Like there's fruit that gives you like natural sugar and shit like that.
Grapes.
I've been trying to eat like apples. I'm just like I fucking fuck with apples. So I'm just like, let me grab an apple and just take it to work and eat that shit. But I mean, like that's definitely what I've noticed. If you want to lose like a bad habit, you definitely need to. For me personally, it's not just stop it, but like slowly put yourself into that road and know that know what you're doing at the same time, and you know focus on what you want to do, and if you keep practicing that, you'll eventually get to the point where because like what I know is that we're built to have habits, and if you want to break a habit, is you got to start a habit that's gonna help you break that habit. That's kind of how I see it, you know. Mm-hmm. So I mean, for me, it's definitely getting rid of sugar. So I mean, I'm hoping that this year I can eat way less of it, and I'm definitely gonna try. I mean, there's gonna be times where I know I'm gonna fail, but as long as I know that I like what's going on, then I'm pretty sure I'll get to the point where I'll be having less of it. Maybe not this year at the end of the year, but maybe in a few more years, you know. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's good. You guys both have really good.
Live like Gandhi.
Y'all both got really good resolutions. Like I was saying, I don't believe in resolutions. Just that shit's bullshit. But going back to kind of before I even say what I feel like my resolution is going to be, quote unquote, going back to the whole habits thing. So this year, or last year, should I say, I personally did a whole year, which I am really, really proud of myself because I am addicted of this thing as well, like Pedro is. But I did a whole year without it, and I was hella proud because my addiction was energy drinks. Heavy energy drinks, like 3-4 a day, bro. Like, and this started in middle school, so it's been dragging for a minute, bro. And finally, last year, or like the beginning, like the end of 2019, I was like, bro, I need to cut this off because I'm not trying to give myself a heart attack. You know, I'm trying to at least live to see like 60 or 70s.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
cause yeah, bro. Cause I've been addicted hard to this stuff, but 2020 I had 0 drops of that in my system.
Nice.
So I'm just really glad that bro. I'm really glad that I just went cold turkey, and at first it was kind of hard.
Yeah.
For like maybe the first month, but then after that I was like chilling for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
And the funny thing is that there's been times, like throughout the 2020 that I would sit there, I'll go to work, bro, and I'd be fiending for one. Like I could feel my body going like you need one, bro, you need one, and I'd be like, nah, man, nah. Like I remember this one time, someone brought me a Monster, and they're like, hey, like here, I bought you one, and I was like, nah, bro, like I can't drink that, blah 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 blah, and he's like, okay, cool, and he just left it right next to me, bro, and I was doing my work, I was at work just doing my job, and I kept eyeballing it, and in my mind I was like, you know what, maybe I should drink it, one won't hurt, but then I was like, nah, bro, like you're this far. This was around maybe like September, October, so I was like, you're this close, bro, like you don't need that. And but it was just going back and forth. My body was just going like, come on, man, like just drink it. One's not gonna hurt. Luckily, the guy eventually just grabbed it and took it back, and then he left. And I was like, damn, bro, like I was real life fighting myself to not open that up and drink it, but I was about to, So like there was moments where I've been fiending, and then a lot of people always offer me Red Bulls and stuff, and I had to tell them like, nah, I can't, man. But yeah, so I'm glad that I got that out the way for the year. I'm going to continue this year. I mean, I already had a Red Bull. It's only, the third, fourth day of the year. But it's only because it was almost like a reward to my body. I was like, okay, you did a whole year without it. I'll give you what you want for the meantime. Like how Pedro was saying, you can't just go cold turkey because you will relapse, which not everybody does, but there's people that relapse. So, as me who was at points of relapsing, I was always like, nah. So, I rewarded myself. Now this year, I think that's also another resolution, I guess.
Nice.
Is continue that, continue not drinking energy drinks. I also want to cut out alcohol, because, I mean, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Alcohol's bad.
I might buy times with those, man. I'm done with it. Yeah.
He lying.
For real. I mean, hope to cost him. It's like I've gotten to the point where I would, drive under the influence, but trying to be safe with it and stuff. But it's not worth it.
Yeah, man.
Definitely.
It's not
And I think
drive.
The whole time your heart's pumping, it's like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
And we're all, I assume, Hispanic here, so I mean, like, alcohol is definitely something you see around, like, at any kind of event or just anywhere, wherever you're going, and even your friends are probably doing it, and you're just like, trying to get rid of that, it's going to be hard not to see it, and people are going to always be like, especially because Hispanic people are like, what, you're not drinking, you know? They're going to try to, like, make it, basically, like, peer pressure you into doing it, and, like, they don't, some people will respect you for what you're trying to do, but a lot of the Hispanic people that I've been around with, they'll laugh at you and kind of be like, why would you do that,
Yeah.
Why would you want to give up drinking alcohol?
Why don't you want to drink?
I'm just like, I'm trying to live.
One thing that I started doing to my family this year or last year was that whenever they asked me if I wanted a shot or if they wanted a drink and I really didn't want to drink, instead of saying, nah, I don't want to drink today, they would be like, oh, you want a beer, you want a shot? I'd be like, nah, I'm okay. You want to smoke? And then they all would be like, nah, it's cool. You go ahead and do that. And I'm like, yeah, okay, you go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
So that's my weapon now.
Hey.
Whenever they ask and I don't really want to drink, I'll just be like, ¿quieren toque? And then they're like, nah, we cool. And I'm like, okay, then I'm cool too.
That's a good ass weapon to have.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, bro. Because,
they're just like,
the Mexican people they don't fuck with smoking like that. Especially this man, Pedro, did not. Pause. We got a...
Alright. So we had a little malfunction right there, but y'all never know what happened though.
Not now.
It's a ghost up in here.
3 years ago.
Moy was telling this story about
Wow.
how his family out here was trying to ask him for a drink, and he'd be like, you trying to hit this kush? And they'd be like, nah.
Yeah, man. I remember. The Mexican culture, they just don't really fuck with weed like that, just because it's been portrayed in such a bad light that they're like, oh,
Yep.
that's the devil's lettuce and whatnot.
Eso no
And
se hace.
luckily, I'm fortunate enough to have a family that loves me and respects me regardless of where I'm at in life and what I do with my life.
Nice.
So now that I'm pretty kind of open about me smoking and everything, they're kind of just like, okay, cool, whatever you do, you. So it's like a little bit easier for me to be like, oh, well, you trying to smoke? Because maybe I feel like when I turn 21, if I were to say that, everybody would look at me crazy. Like they'd probably all give me lectures, you know, but because I started talking to my family and everybody about, like, just cannabis and just smoking, that I think, but now that I'm, like, 20, almost 25, they're like, okay, you know, he smokes and we know, and even though he smokes, he's still the same.
Yeah.
Because I think that's one thing that they think is, like, when you smoke, you're going to, like, become this whole other person.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I definitely feel that. Yeah, I mean, to me, I always felt like, I mean, to justify that, like, alcohol is better than what this, what Kush does. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just weird to me how it's like that spectrum is of, like, I mean, there's been, like, records of, how many people have been hurt by, someone drinking and driving.
Yeah.
But then it's like,
Well,
but
there's
then it's like
records
it's
for
also
the
not good
cannabis.
with smoking either.
Yeah.
But for me, I feel like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I had my fair share of it, but I honestly feel like it's, like, way safer just, getting high and then just smoking. But yeah, I mean, for me, I used to do it a lot back in the day.
Yeah.
And then yeah, I just slowly just started quitting. I mean, it's just it just came to the point where, like, I would kind of time myself, or, like, I was like, all right, I'll give myself a break, and just be like, this see how long you do it without it. And then because for me it was kind of like, it also helps with, like, like your nerves and stuff. And for me, I feel like, all that stuff, it went away, when I was, high. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, those are my opinions.
It's just everybody's body's different, so it's like,
right,
it won't affect everybody the way it affects you.
Yeah, like
that's something that people need to realize as well.
Yeah, so definitely know your body when you're doing anything, at least,
Also, because of that, I also tell my cousins, like, since I'm the oldest and all my cousins are, like, they're turning 18 and they're, becoming young adults, that I've always been the one to be like, hey, guys, like, if there's any time that you guys want to, like, drink or get drunk or get high and smoke, like, tell me and I'll, like, we can set something up. And I'd rather you guys, like, come kick it at my crib or my sister's crib, let you guys try it out. That way you have an understanding of what you're like when you're under the influence. So that way, when you're off in the real world with your friends, nobody can really peer pressure you into trying something if you don't want to, because you'll have an understanding and you'll know how you are when you're intoxicated,
Right.
Yep.
You live and you learn.
That's dope.
Yeah, bro. Because I had to learn the hard way out in the streets by myself. So if I can help my cousins, do it without having to learn it out in the streets like I did, then why not?
That's why I always smoke with Moy, because he makes me feel like I'm going to be safe.
Not
You
until
got Funko Pops? I'm good. I'm straight.
Shit, he didn't say that to me the first time we were going to smoke. He said, you trying to hit this? I said, shit. All right.
Wait, I forgot. How did you guys meet again? I keep forgetting. Like,
we met back in, like, 4th grade. Yeah.
He was just a new student in my school.
Yep.
Nice.
I was a transfer student, like the beginning of, like,
It was very early.
Yeah, the beginning of the year. Crazy times.
Like a month into school.
There's the thing you said that you from Cali, right?
Yeah, like, my family's from Cali, but I've been in Washington, like, my whole life, so.
Okay.
I'm a Washingtonian at heart. I love Washington.
It's definitely nice up here. Definitely a different pace from.
Yeah.
If you guys didn't know already, I'm from Texas, so I definitely come from a hot state, and, like, bro, I just don't like it.
Yeah, you gotta get
Neck
used
be
to it.
burning. It's like, dang, you got the neck burns in your car.
Yeah.
And it's like that shit hitting you.
Fuck. All I remember when we were down there is blasting the AC every time we left somewhere.
If we were not indoors, then that's the only time we didn't have the AC on.
Yeah.
Walking outside was, I mean,
it wasn't
bad, but at the same time you were like, fuck.
I got used to it pretty quickly because I kind of like the warm weather. I love the sun.
Yeah. Definitely rains a lot. here. They're
Yeah,
not lying.
like,
Like,
they're not
stereotypes that I
lying.
heard like when I was younger. It's like, man, they don't lie. Seattle is raining a lot, but yeah,
We're
it's
fucking.
nice.
After a few years, you grow some gills over here. Yeah.
We also don't believe in umbrellas.
Yeah.
I don't own an umbrella, bro. I'm from Washington.
That's true.
Yeah, you look foreign as fuck when you have an. I have an umbrella, but I be using it like only if I feel like it's like if I have no hood on my sweater, but and that depends if I'm walking really far. But
Not a
other
real
than that,
Washingtonian.
other than that, I'll just walk straight to my car or somewhere short and shit like that.
Yeah, I be hating that, but it's whatever.
You just get used. I remember though that like when I was younger, the rain was way worse. I feel like we had way more rainstorms than we do now.
Word?
Do you feel like that? Because I remember being at recess and that shit was pouring and they still had us outside.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like for me, it doesn't really feel like it was raining like heavy like that all the time.
Yeah.
But who knows? It could have been.
We were living different days at different times.
I will say though that I feel like it used to rain way more than it does now, but about the quantity of like how much,
Yeah.
I don't know about that. But it used to rain so much more, even if it was just like a sprinkle. I swear.
Yeah.
That I will agree with.
That makes sense. I feel like I just remember hella rainstorms or some shit. Or just the rain just being even like pouring way harder than what it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But who knows? It's probably still been the same for this whole time, you know?
Right.
Yeah. We're just like used to it now.
And yeah, to me, I think like the reason probably because of that is probably like y'all. I mean, of course, everybody losing climate change, but
Yep.
probably that affected it too. And,
I believe that.
But what other states have y'all ever been to, like visited, like where you think that like the weather is better than, of course, like place like here.
I mean, I haven't been to California a long ass time, but we were in San Francisco and the weather was pretty much like when we were there it was like pretty much like what we had it over here. So I didn't get to. Maybe it's the same thing over there for like up there because I'd be hearing it's a little bit different more up north in California. But when we went there, it was just like a little bit rainy and a little bit cloudy.
Gloomy,
It wasn't bad. Like in Washington, that would have been like a regular good day to be even just to be outside and walk around. But I've only ever been to like mostly the states here on the west side. I've never been anywhere like Texas is the furthest I've ever been like to the south, obviously, and then I have never been to the East Coast or anything like that. But I don't know how the weather is over there, so I've only been experienced. I've only experienced like Washington weather and just shit like that, or just like really hot weather.
For me, I would say Colorado only because that's the state that's like the highest elevated, I think. So when it's summer, bro, it's summer. Like everything, the sun beaming, like everything's on fire. Not literally, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like you get in your car and you're like, damn, bro, put the AC on or put the windows down. But the crazy thing about that is that when it's wintertime, bro, you better hold on because it's winter time, bro. Like it gets freezing cold.
It has like the balance of both, like hot and cold.
Yeah, because it's so elevated that like every season it's like emphasized. Because when they have snow blizzards and they get crazy over there, man.
Dairy Queen blizzards.
Hurricane blizzards. Yeah.
Damn. I've never experienced any weather like that, but just seeing the news and stuff like that when like the other states be posting about how much snow they be getting, I'm like, god damn, it's crazy. I want to experience it for one time just to see how it is, but I don't want to live there and have that be like a yearly thing type of shit. I'm fine with the snow that we get over here when we can get it.
We barely get snow. We got snow like once so far this time.
And that shit didn't even like.
It was like it was like maybe like 6-12 hours max. And then everything was gone after that.
Yep. So,
it's cool. Washington's cool.
Hell yeah.
It has its parts, There's a whole bunch of shit you could do here. Especially, like, even just... I mean, for if you're outdoors and shit like that, especially in the summertime or when the sun comes out.
Nice hikes.
There's a whole bunch of nice lakes and hikes to go to and stuff like that. Yeah. So, it just really depends. I love being here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely, like, for me... the only thing I've learned from like being a whole year here is that like there's mainly rain, but then if you want to get some snow, like you either get it where you're at for a little bit, or like you just move a little bit up north, like
Yeah.
2 hours up, and then there you go. You want
Just
snow.
drive somewhere that
Yeah.
that has
Just
it
go
too.
enjoy the snow somewhere else.
You could sometimes just drive like what? Like we drove to the mountain, like it was like 2 hours away,
Mount Rainier.
and just went to some snow, and we had to like drive up maybe 10, 20 minutes up, and then we started getting like a whole bunch of snow.
Yeah,
but
it was like about 11 miles up.
that's the thing too. Like if you want snow here and you don't have it where you're at, you can just drive somewhere or go move somewhere that does get it, and
Yeah.
that's pretty much it.
It's a cool little state, man.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah, the states really be like that.
What's one state you guys want to visit, though?
Ooh. Well, I don't know what state this is in, but I definitely want to go to Chicago. What
Okay.
state is that? Oh, Illinois. There you go.
Yeah.
Why the fuck did I not know that shit? I think that's definitely, now hopefully I could do it. I'm gonna make it, well, I mean, not even hopefully, but I'm gonna try to make it my 2021 place to go to this year, like state to go to. So I'm definitely,
Chicago.
I'm gonna fly there and go to Chicago for like a 4-day week, or just like
Ooh,
a
yeah.
weekend that I can get.
Yeah.
Cause especially right now with the flights, they're not too bad. So definitely for some reason, like recently I've wanted to go and see Chicago for whatever reason. I don't really know what's all there, but I've seen pictures of just like little small things that when people have gone, and I'm just like, I definitely want to check this shit out and see what's over there. Like, I don't know too many people that be going to Chicago just to go.
True. I also want to try some pizza and some hot dogs from down there.
Ooh, see?
I kind of want to visit every state just to say that I've been to every state. So, but like a main one.
Collect them quarters. Like, from, like,
I used to, but they
Really?
have
Oh.
yeah,
Yeah.
back in like middle school. But the thing with quarters is that they have more than just states. So it's like then they have territories.
Yeah.
They have other bullshit. So yeah, but the states for sure, all 50 states. One day I want to say I've been to all 50 states, and when I say I've been, then I have to be at least like a day and a night there. Then it counts as being there. I feel personally for me. So
Yeah.
at least a day and a night in every single state. That'd be fire.
So you'd probably just kind of like, if you were there, you'd probably like, oh yeah, I've driven in the state.
Yeah,
You know,
'cause
I
I-
passed by the state.
I've driven through Montana, Idaho, Arizona, but I've never actually been there. Cause we used to drive down to Colorado like all the time. That's why I know that about the blizzards and the sun and all that.
Right.
Cause driving back and forth, there's a, I don't remember which highway it is, but it's literally just a strip of desert, bro, and it's fucking hot, and you have nothing to do but sit there and look at desert and sand for like a good like maybe an hour.
Yeah.
If you just driving straight, it's literally just straight, and that
Man. I mean, for me, I don't know. Because of Breaking Bad, I think New Mexico.
Yeah.
That'd be
I'm trying to go to
filthy.
Mexico too.
Just to see, I mean, in the show, it looked like
Yeah.
peaceful. Pretty dope. I think it's like suburbs around.
It's,
like,
I think
all around
it's
that.
very spread out, almost like Texas.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Pretty
filthy.
nice. Like get a camper out there or something.
Ooh.
You can even, if
I
you
always
want,
wanted to go road tripping.
if you wanted to, you could even hit up the Four Corners. over
Ooh,
there, you know?
yeah. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. I want to just check it out.
Stop by and be like, hey, I'm at 4 different states.
Think about it. You can just camp there, and then you would have been at each state, like you said, if you stayed day and night.
I guess.
4 days there. Yeah,
I mean, yeah, in each corner.
Yeah, it comes out in each corner, you know. But you know, there's other states that have similar shit, like where some restaurants cross right between the line of like 2 states. So you can either be, when you're in that restaurant, you can either eat at some like this one state, or you can eat at the other state.
I almost feel
Like,
like
there's
that's
shit
like
like that.
South Dakota, North Dakota, because I've heard something about that. But yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Four Corners ain't the only one, but Four Corners is definitely like the one where you would be
That's the
hitting
popular.
like because it's 4. I don't know any other one that's called 5 corners or some shit.
You can't have 5 corners.
Shit.
Isn't
you
that a
know
hexagon? 5 hexagon?
The way these states are going. Nah, but yeah, I mean, I'm trying to. The goal would be to see every fucking state like that. and just visit them and see what the fuck they got to do over there.
Yeah.
I'm definitely like the person who wants to see like all the cities, like the big major cities that they got, cause I fuck with the city, especially like Seattle. That shit's always hella nice, and I mean seeing other cities like we went to San Francisco. That shit was nice. San Antonio, that shit was dope. Austin was dope. We didn't get to go all the way into Houston, but you know, I wish. But that's definitely Houston is definitely like still one that I'm trying to see in. Where our boy Wilson went to, El Paso, or Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
That'd be
still.
pretty
there.
Yeah, so I mean, definitely for me it'd be like that. That's like my go tos for seeing all that shit.
I just want to go to just say I go.
Now, what country would you guys
Country, bro, the whole world. Literally, like, I want to be in every single country.
Yeah.
Every single country, bro.
I definitely like to visit the mystery spots, like
Yes.
the pyramids.
You want to
Just
get
to
lost in
see.
the Bermuda Triangle?
No.
Ooh-wee.
I'll pass.
Ooh.
Wilson. Start Castaway and shit.
If we record it, we won't go missing, but who knows?
It's like Tom Hanks did this. I can do it.
Yeah.
Nah.
But
no.
countries, yeah, that'd be cool.
You don't have like a specific one that you want to just go to?
Nah, bro, because I want to see all of Europe. I want to see all of Asia. You know, I want to travel all of Russia just because Russia's so fucking big.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Damn, you definitely have
all
to.
of South America. I don't really care about North. Like, yeah, I want to see all the states and everything, but
Yeah.
North America and like Canada, they're like not priority, even though they're like
Mhm.
neighbors to us and everything. But because like I want to be on the other side of the world. You know, seeing Australia, New Zealand. What?
They're on a whole different day, bro. Yeah, that'd be dope.
You know,
I definitely want to
Laos,
go check out those
Cambodia.
places
I
too.
want to see all that.
My go-to spot always is just Japan, just because I'm like a weeb at heart. So
He says sushi.
I'm trying to just
Okay,
see
boy.
all the anime shit they got down there, all the gardens they got down there. Like they got a whole bunch of beautiful like, just like outside scenery type of shit.
Mhm.
And to me, that's always like every time I see like good photos or stuff like that or plus new places to go to, I'm just like, damn, this shit would be dope to see in person. And I've met a lot of people that have gone already, and they're like, yeah, bro, like it's hella dope going down there, but it's definitely something you need to save up for because it's not cheap over there. It's definitely expensive.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but it's possible. That's always my first go-to one, and I haven't really thought about maybe Korea. I want to go check out too.
Oof.
Yeah, like
2022 for me.
the south part.
Nah, I'm trying to get right next to that North Pole, not the North Pole, the freaking North Korea, but you know the border that they have? It's
Yeah.
like a wall. So I'm trying to go right there and touch that bitch. I might get shot or I might get blown up. But
You know what's kind
it'll be
of
worth
like
it.
crazy? That like I've never seen this before too, but North Korea was like live broadcasting themselves on Facebook or some shit. During New Year's.
What?
Yeah, they were showing their like this is the first time I've seen that. But they were broadcasting about how they celebrate their New Year's.
Called it. Malfunction.
All right, there you go. What were you saying, bro?
I think for me, I think it'd be Amsterdam. To see what it's like, just to.
Ooh.
smoke in
Ooh, I'm
public,
trying to go
you
to a
know?
coffee shop over there.
Yeah.
You know what a coffee shop is?
What's a coffee
Yeah.
shop?
Basically, it's just like it's almost like a bar, but just for weed. You could just
Ooh.
you get edibles there. You smoke in there.
Coffee.
Yeah, coffee. Yeah,
Nah.
yeah.
Stuff like that, right? It's like a. They're usually like bakeries, or they're paired with bakeries.
I think so. Yeah.
Like some dispensers, yeah. They
Ooh,
work
yeah,
there.
that'd be fire. Imagine eating the edible fresh out the grill or fresh out the oven.
Man.
Ooh.
I imagine it like a blueberry muffin with like wheat butter.
Ooh.
Damn, y'all making me hungry. That was I think Amsterdam was definitely like one of my first go-tos as a kid. 'Cause I was like, well, you can go smoke weed there and do all that shit like legally. I was like, I hella want to go there. And then now we got older and they got legalized over here. And you're just like, damn. But I also just want to see it for the views and just for like everything else that's going on over there. Like especially now that you're saying like the whole coffee shops. Like I didn't know about that shit. I would definitely want to go check out some shit like that.
Yeah, that's just fire. I want to go there too.
they should bring coffee shops over to the U.S.
Well, we just need to legalize across the country first.
Yeah.
I heard something about that, like, the other day on my phone. Like, there's an article where it's saying that there's some laws being introduced and maybe passed in some states. That's
Damn.
crazy. We're, like, headed towards that direction.
Yeah.
It's almost, like...
I mean, give it maybe another 5-10 years, and yeah.
That's dope. There's
If
definitely
they get passed, though, you know, you never know.
Yeah,
But
that's true.
there's definitely like a lot of, well, like I've seen another business that's like in Japan. What they be doing is like they have like these rooms where they're pretty much like hotels, but like you can play. It's pretty much just for playing video games, but you can also just sleep there and shower there. And this guy has like that business in California, and he's trying to like get it so that it can basically be in. He's trying to like basically get it so it can go to more states. So there's more of those going around, and just make it like a popular thing here in the U.S. because it's so popular in Japan that people literally like they probably live there. They probably live in those places, and the good thing is that he like in his business when you shower you have to use soap and everything. You can't. It's not just like getting like being dirty in the shower either. But he like makes people shower and he makes people actually clean themselves if they're gonna be there. Yeah, so like seeing things like that pop up over here. I mean, it will definitely take a while for people to get used to, but you will eventually start seeing that.
Yeah.
Those type of things here. So it's just a matter of when it will be here. Right?
True.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, this shit was pretty dope, We're in 2021. We got the podcast still rolling and going. We're trying to get more guests on this bitch.
More guests.
Yeah. Check out the podcast, guys. Give like a like or share wherever you're listening to. Drop down a comment. Where the fuck do you guys want to go visit? What the fuck are you guys trying to do? Like, what are you trying to see there? What kind of things? Like, let us know if there's some shit that other countries are doing that we don't know that should be going on over here.
Ooh, yes.
I'm trying to hear about that shit.
Yes.
That should be filthy.
We need some brothels in every state.
Shit.
Where the brothels at?
We gotta legalize those bitches.
Yeah, honestly.
I mean,
fun of it.
Yeah.
They might it'll probably be expensive though, right? Like once they're.
I mean, most deaf, but like, they're it's gonna be a job now, so you gotta pay for that.
You think they would want to make brothels even with this whole online shit going on?
What do you mean?
Like
with Zooms and stuff?
No, not with Zoom, but I mean like, all the females working online and just like
Oh, OnlyFans, bro. The thing is that, I think, at least in America, because sex work is not legalized.
Yeah.
That girls are relying on stuff like that to do something similar like that.
Yeah. And we back.
But I lost my train of thought, y'all.
We keep having malfunctions this episode, so there's definitely parts where it sounds like we skipped. It was us trying to fix that. It was us trying to fix something.
Yeah, we need to change up the equipment real quick. But we'll do that afterwards.
Nah.
Sex work. What you think about it?
Um,
Legalize it or illegal? Keep it illegal.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't. Yeah, like, I think legalizing it would be, good.
Could bring more money for the economy.
Exactly.
Come on, guys. See, we out here making jobs, dude.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, everybody has the right to
do what they want to
get
do.
their money how they can possibly, like, by every means. I mean, just whatever you can. But yeah, nothing against like OnlyFans or some shit. Or, like,
He probably subscribed.
No, never.
Who you follow?
He probably follows James Charles.
Oh, fuck.
Hell no.
Fuck no.
I was gonna ask you something, but do you think that do you think that it's gonna create like some problems as far as like other laws that are gonna be probably passed, or let's like marijuana? Like, do you think if everyone has it, you think it's gonna be like, I don't know, not chaotic, but like, what do you think is gonna how do you think the government's gonna change?
With the sex work?
No,
Or
like
which
the
is-
legalization of like weed.
Oh,
or-
cannabis?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think. That's a good question only because they're gonna love it because of the profits. But at the end of the day, I feel like as a government, as we all know, the U.S. government, they're gonna want to control it and like you were saying, they're gonna pass laws that make sense to them. But then when we're thinking about it, and we're looking through them, we're like, what? Like either A, the law just doesn't make sense, or B, it's gonna be mainly catered for, which I hate to say, white people. So I think that's kind of what would happen if everything got it all got legalized. If we don't get these certain Congress people out of office by the time that happens, then I feel like that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can definitely see that because I mean, I feel like it's definitely just going to be like if it was just a whole national thing. It's kind of like I feel like I'm gonna compare just to how we've had it in Washington, where I mean to me I don't feel like I don't know too much of the laws that be going on for like the whole legalization of weed here, and I don't know all of them and don't understand it, but to me it looks like there's not much. There probably is a whole bunch of laws going on, but like looks like how it's catered for certain people more than like the minority people and shit like that. So I mean, I would definitely see like how like that going on, but in a bigger aspect of it in the whole U.S., you'd just be seeing more of that kind of stuff going on. And the main reason I say that too is because if every time I go to a dispensary, I don't really ever see any colored people working there. And I mean, at least at the ones that I've been to, and I don't know if there's a reason for that or some shit like that, or people just don't be hiring or some shit like that. But that's how I be seeing it. And then like back then, all the minority people were selling that shit illegally, and now like they're basically they just took that job. Not even took the job, but they just said like this isn't bad when we're doing it because we're doing it the right way. Yeah. Well, it is the right way, But the state gets to decide that, or the country, the government gets to decide that what's right and what's wrong, what's the right way, what's the wrong way, and obviously the right way for them is when the white people are doing it.
Yeah. Sadly, that's the country we live in.
That's how we say it. What do you think, bro?
I mean, sorry, I'm kind of.
I know.
Hey, that's part of the sesh.
I know.
See, come to the sesh and get high. Wilson was high. Freaking Christian's high.
We've only had 2 guys.
Moises, I was about to say Moises was high, but he's, usually he's high when we're on here, but I don't know sometimes.
I'm high now.
Yeah. Come through, get lit.
Yeah. Anyways, back to you.
What do you think, bro?
What do you think?
I mean, I don't know. I just think. I don't think it's not gonna cause any like issues. I don't know. I'm for it. Weed being everywhere.
Yeah.
Would you ever want to open like your own like little weed store, or even like weed production?
Probably not. I wouldn't know to function myself because I can't function when I'm high, bro.
No, I'm not talking about you being high while you're working. I'm talking about like you saying, let's say you bought like X amount of acres, and you build like 2 big asses little like sheds, and then you just start growing, and then from there, once your harvest is done, you sell it to dispensaries. I mean, you don't think you could like see yourself doing something like that?
Yeah, I mean, eventually like management and all that. Yeah.
I'm trying to be the grower, bro. I feel like if I ever got into the industry, I'm trying to like grow these plants, nurture them, harvest them, give them to dispose, and be like, okay, this way you're gonna be selling from me.
Yeah.
And that's it. And that's the end of me. And then I just continue growing.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's dope.
You don't see yourself doing something like that?
I feel like I could get into that. I would definitely want to learn how to do it, and then just once I know how to do it, go off and just see if I can do it by myself, type of shit.
Because like having a dispo is cool, and it would be cool, but I feel like the best part is growing. Like you nurturing these plants and just. because from like the docus and like things that I've seen online about like people who are growers and everything, it always becomes like more than a passion of like these are like babies to them. These plants are like babies, and then each one they're like, yeah, this one is like, if I put too much water, do this, or this one's like, if I'm not here by this time, it's gonna do this. You know, like they're just so in tune with the plant, and like it's almost like man with nature, come in one, becoming one. You know, so that's why I feel like that's what I would want to do, get my hands dirty.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's filthy.
You definitely meet a lot of people like doing that.
Definitely.
Hey, so then how do you think they be selling, how the fuck do they sell their like weed or their whatever to the dispensaries? Like do they sell them at a cheaper price to them? Like
they probably have contracts or something.
Yeah.
Just like, you're gonna sell me this shit, or we're gonna sell, I'm gonna give you this much, and I'm gonna be expecting this much back, and you can keep this much of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. They probably still have contracts or something.
That makes sense. I didn't think about that till right now, where you were just saying like, when you're the grower, you're just like when you were explaining it, it made me sound like they were just handing it over, and then at the end they're expecting a certain amount of money at whatever.
No,
time period they have.
Well, I don't know how it works, but I feel like you get money up front or you don't get shit.
Yeah.
Since it's like weed and you can only really do cash with it. Did something pass that it got federally legalized?
Not that I've heard of.
I swear I saw something, but I'm probably wrong. Anyways, but because it is, federally illegal, you can't like pay someone virtually. It has to be cash up front.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So how much?
Sorry. No, but going back, definitely the business side of it seems interesting. Probably a good investment later on, stocks wise or something.
Yeah.
If it gets passed, but yeah.
Definitely, bro. Especially right now with the states that passed, you should look into, the best thing that I feel like would be is to look into whatever weed companies or the weed industry that's about to boom in those states, and buy the stocks off of that, because they're gonna blow right now. Give it maybe like another year. Like you have like a year to do your research, and then by like next year they should have like regulations.
Yep.
Definitely. What's y'all's dream state of like, do you guys like are thinking about growing up here, so like forever or not, or moving in a different state?
I would always want. I do want to freaking just like a Washington home, but I think I want to end up either in Texas or Colorado, one of those two states where like that's where I live, but then I would still have like a home in Washington.
That's dope. I would definitely want to live in a different state for a little bit, but I wouldn't want to spend the rest of my life there. I definitely want to spend the rest of my life back here in Washington, and like somewhere in Canton would be dope because I grew up here, but also just like anywhere like in Washington I'd be okay with, honestly, even if it's somewhere new area that I haven't been to. Seattle is definitely where I would like love to live in. Like I live in Seattle, even just like the outskirts of it where you have your still like tiny $2 million house or whatever,
Yeah.
That would be dope to me. Something simple.
Like right in the center of it, or like somewhere around there.
Nah, I mean like it's like
they have like condos or something.
They're like out in the back. Well, I mean there's still some houses in the city, but they're not like where all the freaking towers are at and shit like that. You gotta drive maybe like 5 more minutes out, and you'll still eventually see some nice ass houses over there. But those people be probably making hella money living in those houses. But I would definitely want to be out there in Seattle, living that life. Not in the condo, but outside of it. Yeah.
Yeah, me and my family, we definitely pass through there, like the nice houses there. And then they get to the like restaurants.
Yeah.
So just dope. Kind of reminds me of like New York a little bit, but I don't know
A
if y'all
smaller
been there.
version of it. No.
Yeah.
No?
I have not been.
Oh man, you would love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. After this pandemic, I don't want to be around people no more.
Yeah.
Especially New
like
York.
California
People
anyway.
dirty.
Yeah.
What about you? What state would you want to be in, bro? What state do you want to end up
like
at,
somewhere
hopefully?
that has mountains, but like we
You're in the state, bro.
already, but Colorado would be a great to get a house, but yeah, or a cabin of some sort.
Ooh, yeah. A cabin would be dope.
Yeah, because how I mentioned like the camper like a while back, like it's, I don't know if you ever spent a night in the camper or anything like that, but doing that plus like just with the view of like the mountains would be dope.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's nice. I'm gonna have to visit you, bro. I'm trying to see some mountains and shit like that.
Some mountains, some stars in it.
Some
That
mountains.
French press.
French press.
I'm down.
Got all the kitchen appliances in that bitch.
Yeah.
That'd be dope. I mean, it's sad to see all your friends move around, but I mean, at the end of it, if you think about it, your friend live in another state, so you can always fly wherever the fuck they're at and go see something new and do something new, you know?
Yeah.
So that's always the filthy part about it. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
that's what it'd be like.
Definitely visiting, traveling as best as we can. Like this year would be dope. Like
Yep.
they do it like safer way
Yeah.
of like just traveling, or I don't know, maybe more strict. Would be pretty dope. Like just buy tickets advance.
Yep.
Travel that way.
That's what
That's
I'm
the
trying.
goal. But you know.
So I'm trying to get it to Chicago for a weekend or some shit like that. Hopefully, I can make that happen in the summer.
That's
See
the plan.
about that.
I was trying to do a road trip last year to Colorado, but
Ooh.
because COVID, I didn't go through. But we'll see what this year entails.
Ooh.
This year entails.
So tell me what y'all think. Y'all think that it's kind of odd that we had such a strange, like, year politically, and also like what really happened on Earth? Like it's crazy. Like we reached a pandemic, and then also like on top of that, crazy politics going on. Like, man, that hit me. Like I don't know, maybe like 2 weeks into 2020. I don't know, January, like by the end of January. I think it
Yeah.
was. Yeah. What do y'all think? Like,
Politically, like, what do you mean? Like, give me an example of like some of the crazy shit that happened.
As far as just like how the debates went, like this
Okay.
election and everything.
I mean, I just watched like a little bit of that stuff. I'm not too much into politics. I should be, but I mean, some of that shit was just like, some of like even just highlights that I saw from videos on YouTube were just like, you know, how Donald Trump was fucking talking, like how all the fighting they were doing and shit like that. There was just like, you know, Donald Trump was really just acting like a kid a lot of the times on that fucking talking on there, and pretty much doing like, I think he was kind of doing it the same way he was during when he was
ran
going
in
against,
2016?
yeah, when he's going with Hillary, and he's thinking that shit was gonna work again, you know. He's like, I'm gonna bring back the same energy again in 2020, but it wasn't going on. But I just saw some of that shit, like some of the other stuff that was going on, like definitely like the Black Lives Matter shit. Like it was a whole bunch of crazy shit that happened in 2020. It definitely is. But at the same time, I feel like even with like the virus going on, I was just thinking about this just like recently. I was like, bro, we had a pandemic in 1918. We got one now in 2020. And I was just thinking, what's to say? Like, there's been, even before that, there's been other ones that happened like 100, 200 years before that. And I'm just like, I think this is just something that we can't, it's going to happen eventually again. Like, in 100 years, in 150 years, who knows? But a pandemic or something like this is always going to happen. And that's just depends up to those people in the time, how they're going to handle it. And in our time, we did not, or at least here, we didn't handle it correctly, you know?
Yeah.
But I think pandemics are just going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely just, I don't know. Like, did y'all feel like did you guys ever get that sickness like in December or January?
The sickness and
No, like get something. Like just get
No.
sick. Like no, yeah.
it's rare
I
for me
caught
to get
something.
sick.
Yeah,
You-
it was.
You
Bad.
probably had COVID, bro.
Yeah, that's what I think sometimes. It's like I actually felt something like different
Yeah.
in like December.
Damn.
And plus I went to YMCA. Like I thought it was alright.
Yeah.
Tried to use the steam room. Like fuck.
What's
Talk about
yeah?
transferring sweat.
Damn.
No.
What's crazy is, I mean, I didn't get sick this year, but I was sick in December. But I did not have any like symptoms. Not this December
know.
that just happened, but like
Sounds like COVID
in
to
the
me.
beginning when it was all just
That's what he
starting,
was just talking
when it was
about.
just news like that. I was sick, but I had just like cold symptoms, you know. But I didn't have any of this stuff where I couldn't taste anything. I was just had a stuffy nose and like a little cough, and that was it.
You had the pre-COVID, bro.
And I didn't get tested at the time because it was in December and
Yeah.
nobody was really
They're not
knowing at the
testing
same
at that
time. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So my dad's the only one that brought that up, and I was like, damn, I feel like maybe, but we will actually never know, and maybe that's why I made it this year without like catching it.
Damn. I knew I shouldn't have kicked it with y'all. That's crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know if it was just a cold or some shit.
Yeah.
What about you, Moy? What's your view on the whole political shit and the whole crazy shit that's going on this year?
It was just a lot this year, man. It was
Or
like
this
so,
last year.
It was like so much that you could like. It was kind of hard to keep up with everything because like almost every day there's some bullshit about COVID. There's some bullshit about Trump. It was a lot, and then there's so much things that like popped up and like left, and then popped up and left. Like for example, the Hornets. Another one would be like Pizzagate coming over and with the whole Wayfair thing. It's just so many things that were like every day. You would wake up, and it's like you would jump online and you would see something new about like, oh, what about this or that?
Yeah.
And it's just like, what the fuck, man? Like, we just trying to get, we're just trying to survive through the pandemic, and now we got all this shit, on top of that, and it's like, I think 2020 showed, well, at least for me, it showed me that Americans are very short, not short-minded, but like they have short attention spans because everything's moving so fast. They're like, oh, this, all that, and then they get bored of something. They're like, oh, it's whatever. Like now this, like for example, Black Lives Matter. It was popping, and it was going through, and I'm personally glad that it got to where it got. I'm kind of not glad that it didn't go any further. But again, short attention span. People people just stopped caring, or people just got bored of it, and they're like, okay, what else is happening now? And then other shit would happen.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
That's crazy.
I'm just glad that even after catching COVID, I'm here, I'm alive, work is cool. I mean, I'm ready to skedaddle and start my actual life. But,
Heck yeah.
Yeah, man, that's it.
Just gotta do the best we can, man.
Yeah.
This time around,
Well, guys. Thank you once again, Mr. Christian, for coming to the sesh. How you feeling right now, bro?
Pretty geeked out.
Pretty geeked out. You heard it here first, guys. Thank you for listening. Please remember to like, share, follow, subscribe.
And DM us if you want to come on the sesh.
DM us if you want to be on the sesh.
Hey, but Christian shit, that shit got me lit,
Yeah.
So, yeah, bro, congrats to you. You know how someone was saying the other time? He was
brought
like,
some Zaza.
Yeah, he brought the Zaza. So we're going to be expecting some Zaza on the next people coming in,
The next guest. Who's the next guest? We'll let you guys know.
All right, guys. Thanks again.
Appreciate it, guys.
Of course.